Aloha. This is Deborah Bond-Upson, and I'm going to give you a little tour of the First Unitarian Church of Honolulu website. I'm looking at it right now, as anyone from the public would look at it. I have not yet logged in. So just to look at what's here, we have a utility nav bar up at the top, which includes a search, a subscribe, a donate, and a rentals option. Also, we've got a link to our Facebook page right here. So just click that anytime you want to get to our Facebook page and add comments, make posts, respond to comments. This is a link to our Twitter page, and here you can also add comments and tweet. This is to our YouTube channel. We've now moved over 100 videos into our YouTube channel. And if you would please subscribe to this, that will help us to reach 100 subscribers. And once we reach 100 subscribers, we can have a custom name for our channel, which will be www.youtube.com UUHonolulu. And that is the tag that we use in Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and in Google photo albums. This last G+ on the home page takes you right into our photo albums. And here you can just click a plus and add any image you want. You can look at the images that are out front. And over time, this is going to be curated. We have over 1,000 images, but a handful of those are put on the home page here, this album page for folks to explore. And as you add more images, they can be used on the website and used here on the album page. So back to the website. We've finished the utility bar tour. Now we're looking at the main horizontal navigation bar, and About Us gives us a chance to talk about Unitarianism overall in our congregation, our beliefs, our building, our office, staff, and board, a link to weekly newsletters and to our monthly magazine, and also links to Unitarian Universalist connections from around the world, and we've added another link to rentals here. You can see we're kind of stressing that people rent our building because we're trying to sustain our important mission. Worship takes you to a link to our future services, our past services, music, and childcare. And you can see right on the home page, we always feature a box about the very next service coming up, and then quick links to first-time visitor information to help people feel comfortable. And we all know that when people arrive at the church for the first time, in addition to these helpful hints, we all want to personally greet them. Upcoming services gives us a look at a variety of future services that are planned. And past services, the service archive takes us to services that have already occurred. You can see on the continued button, this takes us to a little more detail on that past service. And in this case, we've got an image about the service. We've also got a link to the text. We've also got other links that would be helpful. As we move forward, we're going to have video links here, and some of our services already have video links, and we'll also have audio links, and we plan to establish a podcast channel so that any of us driving in the car can listen to past sermons at our church instead of whatever we may not be interested in on the radio at that moment. So back to our main navigation. And you can see as we're looking, we have a carousel on the home page that takes us through a number of things happening in our church. And you can just click through to see those images as we go. And these will be changing over time. So beyond worship, we go to justice. And here in justice, we have an overview of everything that our Social Justice Council is doing and other groups in the church, our very active Adore group, the Future Jubilee Training, resolutions, guiding principles, and community groups that we support and interact with. Learning takes us to everything about religious education, youth programs, adult religious education, our important OWL programs, and our Navigator program, and ways to volunteer. Gallery takes us to an overview of our art gallery, a view of the exhibits coming, and the prospective artists lets prospective artists from all over apply to have their work shown in our gallery. Hawaii Nei is a direct connection to the other Unitarian groups all around Oahu and the other Hawaiian Islands. Connections is more ways to connect with us, what to do when you visit, how to join our community, how to become a friend, how to become a member, our lay ministers, communication and leadership, chalice circles, activities in our mission ministry team. Calendar takes us direct to our calendar, and the calendar we have color-coded so that important announcements are always in red, gallery items are always in turquoise, social justice, including Adore and Jubilee, are in green, meetings are in yellow, outside rentals are in a peach, chalice circles and other substantive meetings, worship-related meetings are in pink. And important worship items, RE announcements, band announcements, and Sunday services are in purple. And if you want to get a little guide, just pull down the event categories and you will see here is the color coding above. Now, here is the member section, and this is where you can log in, because what's going to make this website different for you as church members is that you not only see all of this information that's available to the public, including news items, which you can click on to get to detail about that news item, and events that take you to calendar items and give you some detail about those calendar items. But in addition to all that information, if you are a member, if you log in, go to member and log in, events that take you to calendar items and give you some detail about those calendar items. But in addition to all that information, if you are a member, if you log in, go to member and log in, I'm going to first log in as a contributor. And I'm going to use the login for my friend Erin Brown, who lives out of town, so she's no longer as active. So she has contributor status, which is the status that every member has. And then we have advanced status of author and editor for people who are very active and are doing things within the church that require them to have advanced access. So Erin has contributor access, and when we log in here, we can suddenly see that we get this black band at the top. And the black band has Erin's name, and it also has this important plus button for new. So Erin has a couple of important capabilities. Every contributor, all of you with an ID and a password, have at least these abilities. You can make a new post, and a new post causes a news item to be created. You can add a location, you can add an event, and that causes an event to be added and to be added to the calendar. You can add a recurring event, you could add a staff member, you can add a testimonial, and you can add information about a church service. Now, all of these items that you add as a contributor are going to go to the appropriate webmaster or church manager for clearance before they're published. And this means that from now on, you don't have to submit a rental or reservation application to use a room for a church purpose in the church building, because you can simply create an event that's the date and time you want, indicate the room you want, and submit that event, and it will go directly to our church administrator, who will then review it, make sure it's possible. If it's not possible, she'll get in direct contact with you, and you two will work out what room and where it should be. And she will then publish the final determination, and it will appear on the calendar. All one step, and this information now will be consistent on our website, in our weekly newsletter, and in our monthly magazine, all in one step. That's true of every event. Every post that you make of news will go directly to our webmaster, and our webmaster will review it. And if he sees any edits that are needed or needs to get more information, he'll contact you. Otherwise, he will publish it, and your news item will be published. Again, consistent across our website, the weekly newsletter, the monthly magazine, and any other social media postings that we want to add. So by sending your events and your news posts through this process, this is also a way for us to take those important comments, events, and issues and post them on our Facebook page and our Twitter page, YouTube, and our Google album. So please keep these events and these news items coming, and also add items directly to the Facebook page, the Twitter page, the YouTube, and the Google+. Please like the Facebook page, follow the Twitter feed, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and subscribe to the Google album. And that will enable us to reach more people, be more powerful, have easier call letters for our channel. Now, I'm going to log out because you've just seen that what a contributor can do is to make a new post and make a new event. Those are the most important elements. You could also just click testimonial and write a testimonial about what you love about the church. We're going to log out now, and we're going to see what does the next level of access permit. And here I'm going to log in as my friend Jean Parola. I am using these partly because they have kept their default passwords for now, and you all should know that you can go and you can change your password. You were issued an ID and password to start, but you can always go in, log in, and change your password to something distinct. Now, when we go to new under Jean, we see that there's one thing different. And this one thing different is there's a link to media. We can now add media. And what this means is that we can select file from our desktop, and we can drop the file, or we can simply look at our desktop and see what item might we want to add. I'm just going to randomly pick something that I'll delete later. And you can see that that has now been uploaded. And I'm going to now go into media and show you that here are all the media items that are in the media library of our website. So as we're updating pages and posts, we're able to use any of these media, and we can add new media as we go. And it's always possible to search for media that you want. For instance, if you were searching for something about justice, you could type in justice and you would get items that relate to justice. So these are the two capabilities that are possible with someone with author permissions like Jean Parola. It gives you the ability to add the new post, add the event, and also add media and see what media is available in the website at that time. I'm going to right now show you what the interface looks like to add a post. So when you want to add a post, all you need to do is to add a title, and here we could say training on new communications processes. And then you can simply write about it. And since this is not going to be a real one, I'm going to just make some fake content here. And you can add media if you're at the author level to go with this. And then you submit it for review. And let's look right here. You also have the ability to indicate what category this is in. Here I'm going to say this is learning, and that's really all that you need to do. Then submit it for review. If you want to add a new event, there's a bit more to do. When you add a new event, you title it again. You can again add media, but the most important thing is that you've got to indicate when it's going to be. And you've got to indicate the hour, and this is going to be on the 6th, so we just have to put the starting date. We don't need to put an ending date. If it's a multi-day thing, you need to put that in. Here you choose the time, and I'm going to indicate that this is going to be at 11:30. And now, if it were all day, you'd check the all day box. You can scroll down to the bottom, and you must type in where this will be. Unless there's no physical event. If it's an online event, you could check this for no physical event. If it is an event at the church, as soon as you type in the first couple of letters, it comes up, your choice comes up, you click it, and it all fills. If this is an event that needs to have registration, you click registration, and then you get a couple of options about number of spaces and tickets and so forth. So this is all built in to this system. That's how you do an event. Okay, we're going to go back now. I've shown you what is possible as a contributor. I've shown you what's possible as an author. We haven't yet looked at what's available to both contributors and authors as members. As members, you now can get into any of these member resources. If we had tried to click these as a public viewer, without logging in, we would have gotten a notice telling us that we need to join in order to get access to this member resource. Since we are a member and we have contributor and author status, we're able to simply click here and get to our member directory. We also have any of these other resources. We can get to the member user guide for the website, which gives us a little introduction and then shows you the directions that I've just taken you through. So you can go in and look at this and review it. There's a PDF at the top, so if you want, you can print out the PDF here. Just click that and download it to your desktop, and you can print that out if you wish and have it handy when you use the website for the first couple of times. Now I'm going to show you editor access. And editor access, I'm going to log in as my friend Charlotte Morgan. Have to do these little math problems each time. Now we're logged in as Charlotte, and we'll look at what do we have beyond what we had before. The important thing that we now have, there are two things we didn't have before. One is page, and the other is carousel image. So under this capability of editor, Charlotte and others, there are only a few who have editor access currently, can add another carousel image. These are carousel images here, and we will be adding new ones as we go. If any of you feel that you currently have contributor access and you'd like to have author access, or you need editor access, just tell us and we'll give you the access that you need and give you some training if you want it to help you use your new access. So on this one, the important thing is we now have access to pages. And what does that mean? Well, the difference between a post, this is a post, it's a new post item, new news issue or item, and an event is an event post here. Those are pages that you get access to make at the contributor, author, and editor level, but at the editor level, you get the ability to change a page. And the page are the static pages that are on our website, and they require a page name and then content, including media, and they will be submitted for review as well. But we also, on a page, we have to indicate what is the parent page, and that means, let's say this was the page for Adore. Adore would be underneath the Justice category. So the parent for Adore is Justice. And so if any of you are adding a page, you're simply going to want to think about, okay, is that page going to go under About Us or under Calendar, or is it going to go under Hawaii Nay or Gallery or Homepage? So we need to have the parent for your page, and you create the pages. Once a parent is established, we also then need to go in and show where it's going to go on the navigation. So once a parent page is set up, we need to indicate what number is it going to be on the vertical drop down from that horizontal navigation major topic. That is really the range of how we build the website. We hope that you all are going to be very active in contributing, and that we'll be able to have a consistent message from our social media to our newsletters weekly and our monthly magazine and our website. Welcome, and thanks to all of you for support on all this work. We appreciate it. Your webmaster is Kanoa, and if you simply write to webmaster@unitariansofhawaii.org, you will get to Kanoa. And if you need help with event locations in the building, of course, get to Suzette Tom as usual, and she is office@unitariansofhawaii.org. You can get to our website either with UUHonolulu.org or unitariansofhi.org. Either one gets you there. Thanks very much. Aloha.